got the whole world at our feet at Tikkabilla. Tikkabilla, it's a wonderful place to be.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to the Tikkabilla house. Do you like hopping? Justin, do you like hopping?
I love hopping. I also like jumping.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like hopping and jumping?
Oh, hello. I like hopping and jumping too.
And we've got a funny tale to tell you about a family that liked moving. There was a funny family that lived along my street. I'd often see them walking down the path. And even though primarily they all were rather sweet, they always seemed to make me laugh.
Let me tell you all about them. There was a man called Jumping Jack, and all that he would do was jump to the front and jump to the back. Come on and do it too. Jump, 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 jump. Jumping Jack, Jumping Jack. Jump, 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 jump was all that he would do. Woohoo! Whoa!
He had a wife called Skipping Sue, and all that she would do was skip to my darling and skip to my Lou. Come on and do it too. Skip, 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 skip. Skipping Sue, Skipping Sue. Skip, 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 skip was all that she would do.
They had a son called Running Raj, and all that he would do was run and run and run and charge. Come on and do it too. Run, 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 run. Running Raj, Running Raj. Run, 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 run was all that he would do. You do it too.
They had a sister, Clapping Claire, and all that she would do was clap as if she didn't care. Come on and do it too. Clap, 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 clap. Clapping Claire, Clapping Claire. Clap, 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 clap was all that she would do.
They had a dog who'd always bark. Can you guess his name? Can you? Can you guess what it is? Ah, that's right. His name was Barking Mark, and he'd do just the same. Bark, 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 bark. Barking Mark, Barking Mark. Bark, 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 bark. Barking Mark's his name. And when they're all together, well, it's always so much fun.
'Cause each of them just carries on in their own sweet way.
They're jumping, skipping, running, clapping, barking family.
Jumping Jack,
Skipping Sue,
Running Raj.
Clapping Claire.
Barking Mark. Woof, woof, woof.
They always make my day.
They're a funny family.
Oh, I'm tired out.
Ooh, do you feel like doing some more moving, Justin?
More moving?
Well, I know a really nice rhyme that you can move along to. Oh. Shall I show you?
Yeah.
Come on, then. Walk along the road with me. Step, step, step. Walk through the leaves with me. Swish, swish, swish. Walk in the mud with me. Squelch, oh, squelch, squelch. Jump in the puddles with me. Splish, splash, splish. Step, step, step. Swish, swish, swish. Squelch, squelch, squelch. Splish, splash, splish. Would you like to have a go now? Come on, Justin.
All right, okay.
Ready?
Walk along the road with me.
Step, step, step.
Walk through the leaves with me.
Swish, swish, swish.
Walk in the mud with me.
Squelch, squelch,
Squelch! Squelch! Oh, I'm stuck.
Oh, dear.
Jump in the puddles with me. Splish, splash, splish. Yeah.
Ready to step, 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 step. Now swish,
Swish, swish, swish.
Now squelch in the mud.
Squelch, squelch, squelch.
And jump in the puddles.
Splish, splash, splish. I tell you what, I love jumping in puddles. Splish. Oh, sounds like the windows. Now, puddles are little pools of water. And I think there's some more water through the windows today. Let's have a look, shall we? How many windows? 1, 2, 3. Round, square, or arched? Which one will it be? It's the arched window. This is a big stream. Listen to the sound it makes. Lots of animals live in streams. This little bird is called a dipper because it dips down into the water to look for little animals to eat. When the stream gets even bigger, it is called a river. Rivers are much deeper and wider than streams. And this is a waterfall. The water is falling down over a big rock. Look at all that water crashing down. The river is flowing more gently now. There are fish in here. These are salmon. And these little creatures are water voles. They make their homes in the sides of the river. The sides of a river are called riverbanks. There are birds living on the river too, like ducks, swans and herons, which find lots of food to eat. When the river reaches the end of its journey, it flows into the sea.
Rivers and streams are fascinating places to visit with a grown-up, but don't go near the edge.
I won't.
Oh.
I really liked those fish.
Did you? Well, we've got some fish in the Tikkabilla house today.
Have we?
Shall we go and have a look at them?
Yeah.
Come on. They're really beautiful fish.
Hi, you two.
Where did you get these fish, Justin?
Well, these are my fish, Sarah Jane, and I thought I'd bring them into the Tikkabilla house today to show you and Tamba.
Oh,
They're lovely. What are their names?
Well, they've got different names, Tamba. Now, the big, bright yellow one that's coming over to say hello to me at the moment, now that's called a canary goldfish.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Yeah, do you know why, Tamba?
Is it because he's yellow, like a canary?
That's right, it is. And over here, we've got a white one with orange on the top of his head. Now, that's called a Sarasha comet.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a nice name.
Yep. And above him, can you see at the top there, the one with beautiful little flecks of black and grey and orange? And that's called a Kalika Ryukin.
That's a lovely name as well.
They do have lovely names. And there is one more fish in there, Tamba. Look, this one here saying hello to you.
The orange one.
Hello. Now, do you know what that is?
Oh, do you know? I think he looks like a goldfish too.
That's right, it is. It's a
Very
goldfish.
What do you feed them, Justin?
Well, I've got some fish food here, and I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. They're flakes of food. And it's time to feed the fish now. Should we see if they're hungry?
Yes.
All right. Let's lift this lid up. Ooh, careful there.
Give you a hand there.
That's it. Slot it in there.
There we go.
Right. Now, it's very important not to overfeed the fish. So we'll just drop some fish flakes
See if they're hungry.
into the water. Are they eating?
They are hungry.
Oh, look.
They are, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
There we go. There.
Justin,
Yeah.
where do the fish go to bed?
Well, actually, Tamba, fish don't sleep. Now, if you look very carefully, you can see their eyes, and they haven't got eyelids, so they can't shut their eyes. But when it gets dark, in the middle of the night, they like to sit towards the bottom of the tank and sit very still there.
They just rest on the bottom.
That's
and
right.
these fish look like really healthy fish. How do you keep them so healthy, Justin?
Well, my fish are in a nice big tank so they can swim around. And also, I've got some gravel at the bottom, and I've got a log with some plants in it. Can you see that?
Yes. Oh, they're really lovely. And what's that fish coming out at the corner there?
Well, now that's a special fish. This is called a weather loach. Can you see his head there?
Oh, yeah.
In the corner. And he lives at the very bottom of the tank all the time. He likes to live in dark places, but when he's hungry, like he is now, look, he comes out for some food.
He's come out to say hello.
Yeah. He's got beautiful colours, hasn't he?
It's very long.
Oh, well, they're really lovely fish, Justin. I tell you what, shall we watch them some more?
Yeah,
Oh,
why
yeah.
not?
Look how shiny he is.
They're very friendly.
Now, fish need water to live in. But what else do we need water for? Do you know? Well, we need water to swim, and we also need water to drink. Now, what else is there? Well, in the bathroom, we need water to la 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 wash ourselves with. And there's also one more thing we need water for, and that is to flush the toilet with. Oh, sounds like the windows. And I think there's a toilet or two through them today. How many windows? 1, 2, 3. Round, square, or arched? Which one will it be? It's the square window.
Before you can make a toilet, you need to put all the ingredients into a big mixing barrel. First, Pete puts in the water. He uses this screen to make sure that the exact amount of water goes into the barrel. Next, he needs to add a lot of sand. Again, he needs to make sure that the correct amount of sand goes into the mixture. When he has put in the sand, he needs to add some plaster. In it goes. Once the water, sand and plaster have been put into the mixing barrel, Pete turns on the machine that mixes all the ingredients together. And here it is, the barrel with the water, the sand and the plaster inside it. It spins around and around, mixing everything together. It takes 4 hours. The mixture is now ready to be emptied out into a pump, which pumps it around the factory through these pipes. A great big sieve is used to shake all the lumps out of the liquid. This liquid is now called a slip. When the slip is ready, it is put into a mould. These moulds are used to make the shape of a toilet. This is called casting. The lids are put on to stop the liquid or slip spilling out over the sides. Once the toilet casts are dry enough, they are ready to be taken out of the moulds. When the toilets come out of the moulds, they are still a little wet, so they need to be put into a big dryer. They are now ready to be glazed, which is a bit like painting them. Toilets can be glazed lots of different colours. Today they are glazing a pink toilet. To make the toilets hard and shiny, they have to be fired in a kiln, which is like a big oven. This is called firing because they use a fire to warm up the kiln. The kiln has to be very hot to bake the toilets. When the toilets have cooled down, they are moved to a giant warehouse where they're stored, ready for people to buy them. And what should you do when you've been to the toilet? You should wash your hands. And I've got nice clean hands. And I've got 10 little fingers, and they all belong to me. I can make them do things. Would you like to see? I can shut them up tight or open them all wide. I can put them all together or make them all hide. I can jump them up high. I can jump them down low. I can fold them quietly. I can hold them just so. Would you like to have a go with me? Are you ready then? Have you got your 10 little fingers? I have 10 little fingers, and they all belong to me. I can make them do things. Would you like to see? Are you ready? I can shut them up tight. Are you shutting your fingers up really tight? I can open them all wide, really stretch them. I can put them together. You're putting them together. And I can make them all hide. Can't see any fingers there. I can jump them up high. I can jump them down low. I can fold them all quietly. I can hold them just so. There's a creature in today's story, and instead of having fingers, she's got paws. Shall we have a look? Tikkabilla, Tockabilla, Tikkabilla Tock. What's the time on the Tikkabilla clock? Let's have a look. Well, the long hand is pointing down to the number 6. So that means it's 1/2 something. And the shorthand is halfway past the number 2. So the clock says it's 2:30. But what's underneath the Tikkabilla clock? Oh, it's a rabbit.
And there's a rabbit in today's story. And it's called I Want a Cuddle. Little Rabbit and her friends were playing peekaboo when... Bump, thump. Oh, poor little rabbit.
What's the matter, little rabbit?
Asked Hedgehog.
I hurt my paw and I want a cuddle.
Sobbed little rabbit.
Well, I'll cuddle you,
said Hedgehog.
Oh,
said little rabbit.
You're too prickly.
So off she hopped.
Why are you crying, little rabbit?
Asked Squirrel.
Well, I hurt my paw and I want a cuddle.
Sniffed little rabbit.
Well, I'll cuddle you,
said Squirrel.
Oh,
said little rabbit.
You're too tickly.
Hoppity hop hop. Why are you so sad, little rabbit? Asked Badger.
Well, I've hurt my paw and I want a cuddle,
said little rabbit. Well, I'll cuddle you, said Badger.
Oh,
said little rabbit.
You're far too bristly.
Hoppity hop hop. Hey, what's wrong, little rabbit? Asked Toad.
Well, I've hurt my paw and I want a cuddle,
said little rabbit. I'll cuddle you, said Toad.
Oh,
said little rabbit.
You're far too lumpy, and the bits that aren't lumpy are squidgy and bumpy. I want my mum.
And little rabbit set off home through the forest. Little rabbit was so busy hopping along that she didn't see who was creeping and sneaking up behind her. Little Fox.
What are you doing, little rabbit?
Asked little Fox, licking his lips.
Well, I fell over and hurt my paw,
said little rabbit.
And now I'm going home for a cuddle.
And off little rabbit hopped.
I'll cuddle you,
said little Fox.
Whoa, oops. Oh, no thank you,
replied little rabbit. Hop, jump.
Well, I'll hug you then,
said little Fox.
Oh! Oh, no thanks,
called out little rabbit. Hop, jump, skip.
Well, I'll give you a big squeeze then. Eek! Oh! I don't think so,
said little rabbit. Hop, jump, skip, leap.
Well, I'll eat you then.
And little Fox pounced at little rabbit. But he missed. Ouch! Little Fox sat down, opened his mouth, and howled.
I want a cuddle. I want a cuddle.
Little rabbit stopped. Poor little Fox. Little rabbit went over to him, opened her paws, and gave little Fox a great big cuddle.
Well, I'm going home to my mum,
sniffed little Fox.
Yeah, so am I,
said little rabbit.
Well, thanks for the cuddle,
said little Fox.
You're welcome,
said little rabbit. And hop, hop went little rabbit all the way home.
Mum, I hurt my paw and little Fox chased after me. Well, I want a cuddle. Where's my cuddle?
Right here, said Mother Rabbit. And she cuddled little rabbit tight, tight, tight.
Oh, Mum,
said Little Rabbit.
Your cuddle feels just right.
Were Little Fox and Little Rabbit friends in the end?
I think so, Tamba. But Little Fox had to fall over first before Little Rabbit would be his friend.
Are you my friend, Sarah Jane?
Oh, of course I am, Tamba.
And what about Justin?
Oh, well, Justin's our friend too.
Oh.
We're all friends. And friends cheer each other up. Well, you and Justin cheer me up. And friends play together. And you can have more than one friend.
Oh, great!
Friends need each other. Like a book needs a cover. Like balloons need air. Like a table needs a chair.
Friends fit together like a bird and a feather. They're the fingers on your hand. They're the players in a band.
Sometimes it's true that friends can fight, that friends break apart like day and night. But come the dawn, a brand new day, they're friends once again and they're ready to play.
Friends love to play the hours away. Like a kitten with some string, like a bird that loves to sing. Friends help each other, it really is no bother. Like the rain feeds the land, like the sea cleans the sand.
Sometimes a friend can be all alone, with no one to talk to, no one to phone. But don't feel down, don't feel blue.
Someone somewhere's thinking of you.
Hello!
Friends need each other, like a book needs a cover. Like balloons need air, like a table needs a chair. Friends fit together, like a bird and a feather. They're the fingers on your hand, they're the players in a band.
Like a kitten with some string,
Friends fit together,
like a bird that loves to sing.
friends fit together,
Like the rain and the land,
friends fit together.
the sea and the sand. Like balloons in the air,
Friends fit together,
like a table and a chair.
friends fit together,
Like the fingers on your
friends
hand,
fit together.
the players in a band. Friends forever, forevermore. Why don't you play with some friends?
We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Should we play some ball?
Oh, yeah!